think that art and business are different languages of the same thing. When you are making art, you are creating something, you are channeling a message from something that you have experienced in your life. You've aggregated different data points, you've learned different experiences throughout your life, and then you're communicating that through visual art, through film, through photography, through writing. And it's different languages of communication. It's visual communication, it's written communication. And with business, it's a similar thing, right? Like you are identifying a gap in the market, a gap in the culture. What is something that we need as a society? What is a product that could solve a problem? That's kind of like the business wording of things. And art is solving problems just as business is solving problems, but they're solving problems in different ways. And what happens for me as someone, I kind of identify as someone that is exploring business and exploring the art world. And I feel very split and divided when I think about it as two separate things, because I really do think it's different languages, different mediums, different tools to accomplish the same type of impact. And that's why I always talk about business being a tool for social impact, because when you invest money and time and energy into a project, that is doing more for the world by creating a product and creating an experience that provides value to other people, that communicates a message, that creates a community, because that's what a business is. That's what a product is. When consumers invest in a product or invest in a brand, it's because they resonate with what that brand has to say to some extent. They associate with the aesthetics, they associate with the messaging, they associate with the community. They want to own that product or that thing or be a part of that experience because it brings something out of them that they like, that's part of their identity. And that's that people talk about branding and identity all the time, because it's kind of a nuanced aspect of like, how do you create communities through product experiences? But I think art is also acting in the same realm, whereas like whether it's music or whether it's visual art or writing, people that engage with the message that is being shared, and usually from an artist perspective, it's a very vulnerable message. That means that they are consuming that piece of content or film because they're interested in it. And because they're interested in it, something about that message resonates with them, resonates with their identity. So they're going to invest their time in experiencing said art piece, seeing what the message is that is trying to be conveyed through the artist or the writer. And similar to the whole branding comment, that is the same experience as it is to invest your time and financial assets into a product. Like when you're investing or buying something, you're saying this product is worth my money and my energy, because money is energy, because money is your time that you put into earning that money, and therefore I'm going to collect it and buy it and purchase it. And I think that I often feel limited because I guess that's just me having limiting beliefs over what other people think. And if I like pick a side, and it's this messaging and packaging, to be honest, because like you have to be able to package your work in a way where people will understand what you have to say, and in a way where people will actually reach what it is that you're trying to get out there. Because if you don't package it properly, there is an algorithmic incentive to like do things in a way that you're communicating to a wide range of people so that it gets out there, right? But I never want to limit myself and limit what I have to say because I'm trying to be on brand for a specific industry. And I feel as though if I want to monetize my work in some ways, it's a fine line, right? Because it's like, be authentic, be real, and say what you need to say. And that's what brings in real people, and that's how you make real connections and build community on the internet. But at the same time, you have to kind of withhold a brand or be something, or not be something, communicate something clearly enough that people still find what you have to say valuable from the business perspective, right? Like, I think that now I can't share business advice, but if I were to market myself on these platforms as I create using them and still allow myself to be like fully expressive and resonant and like giving myself the creative freedom that I do desire, I think I enjoy YouTube and I enjoy posting videos because I enjoy expressing what I have to say, and I enjoy sharing it with people, and I feel like other people on the other side, not always, but sometimes, resonate with those things because I resonate those things when I watch them. When I watch a video from a creator or an artist and they're explaining their process and they're explaining like how they're thinking about things and like the things they're going through and the things they're collecting and like the stories they've gone, like they're telling stories about their life. And storytelling has existed for all of human evolution. And it's existed for a reason, because once you learn from other people, you are able to connect with them and build community through that aspect. And I just am trying to explore the balance of like, how do I market myself effectively in a way that's going to allow me to have a strong, profitable career and also provide value to the world, because when you are making money, it's because you're providing value to somebody. And that's important to me. Like, to me, that's money is an important metric, not because I need it in large amounts to be happy, but because it shows that something I'm doing is working. And I think that when I look at metrics, whether it's views or money, and I get critical of it, it's not because I'm like, damn, like I really need more attention, or I wish people liked my videos more, or I wish I was making more money so that I could buy a bigger house. It's not about that. For me, it's like, like maybe something about the work that I'm doing isn't resonating yet, and what can I tweak until it does? And in that process of kind of navigating that balance between creativity and business and monetizing yourself while still being authentic and true to who you are, and like being professional and presentable while still being an artist that has the freedom to say things and do shit, because that's what art is. It's just owning your shit and like seeing something and communicating it, and if people don't fuck with it, that's fine, because that's part of the art life. Like, real true artists and creatives like have dealt with that their whole life, so they know that that's going to be part of their process. Not everybody's going to get it, and not everybody's supposed to. And the sooner that I've been able to really own my opinions and really give myself credit in the sense that like I feel like I have something worth sharing, and if nobody else hears it, that's okay, because for me, at least I got it out there, and at least I like validated that moment of expression. For me, that's enough to make these rants, or like for me to write the things that I write, or make the art that I do the paintings that I do. But when I think of it in terms of translating into financial success or translating into monetary value, because it is a form of value exchange, that's where I get tripped up, because I don't have those answers yet, because it's still uncertain to me, because I haven't solved it. And once I've solved things, or once I've experienced things, then I feel I repeat myself, but because I do feel like it's kind of like collecting data, right? Like, that's why I ask questions. That's why I'm curious about my existence. That's why I throw myself in different experiences, because I like collecting data, and I like learning about the world from several different angles. And as I do so, I can sort of take the things I learned so that I can communicate them into a message that makes sense to me, and that feels useful, and that feels like it's something that needs to be said. And I just don't know the answers yet to this question of like balancing business and art, and balancing a creative career that feels honest and truthful and authentic to me while still being professional enough to work professionally, because I could get in a corporate setting and feel like an imposter. For example, my postcard project, we did an event with Reddit. Reddit is an awesome company. Like, the culture of the team was so amazing. Everybody there was so fun. And I just felt like I could have gone into that experience being like, oh, I don't belong here, like in the corporate world. But no, like, you had value to provide there. And I think there's value to provide in professional settings, just as there's value from professionals to be applied like with business and money in creative settings, because creatives often need structure, and professionals often need creative outlets or meaning or messaging that connects with people. You know, that's why artists are better at content than just like content creators, because when you're just not necessarily in terms of things converting or I guess numbers, but there's definitely a difference between marketing for sales and selling something, and marketing in a way that feels like you are communicating the message and essence of your brand and conveying something through your art or through the marketing. Anyways, these are just things I've been thinking about and getting sometimes frustrated with, sometimes inspired by, because oftentimes, like, when I don't know something, I get more interested and passionate about it. I broke my pinky. Ow. I broke my pinky playing basketball, and I was just holding my phone up on my pinky, and it actually really hurts now. Anyways, thanks for my little rant. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna be better at just not caring about these things, and also be better about like just letting myself experiment, because that's part of it. But I think sometimes I film videos and I want to be very intentional about the thumbnail and intentional about the title so that it reaches people. And also I want to be intentional that I'm giving value to people. Like I don't want to just be making it about me all the time and like talking about myself and my own creative process. Like people don't care. But yeah, it's like balancing how to be valuable, but a lot of times you are valuable by being yourself. And that's just the truth of it. Like that is how art is valuable too. Like there's a Rick Rubin quote, he always talks about this. He's like, you don't make for the audience, you make for yourself. And if it clicks for the audience, good for you. Like that's a great moment. But really you make and create for yourself and the audience comes last. I think that's his quote. Rick Rubin always says that. The audience comes last. But like you guys are my friends. Anyways, my scruff is still there. Have a great day. Love you guys.